the old house, the old city kaNkulunkulu. Uma ebuya bebuyela ngaphakathi la behlezi khona uthi bona madoda uzomela sibuyele emuva sakhe indonga zaseJerusalem. Ninawo na amandla oba singaqalisa indonga. Now without thinking amadoda athi of course uma ngabe kuyilokho kufanele sikwenze, that's what we will do. Ekuseni uma kusa ubiza amadoda onke aseJerusalem noma amadoda onke akwa-Israyeli namaJuda uthi bona sekufika isikhathi sokuthi sibuyisele udumo emzini kaNkulunkulu. And we will start by building the wall. And everybody gave themselves up for the work. Uma beqala ukwakha, that's why I'm going to read Nehemiah 6. Uma beqala ukwakha bahlangabezana nezingqinamba ezinkulu. uSanballat owayeyi-governor at that time, owayenikezwe ukubheka umbuso, brought up huge opposition emzamweni yabo yokwakha. One of the oppositions mawufunda usahluko 6 uverse 1 uthi kwathi lapho uSanballat noTobiya noGeshem umArabia nezinye izitha zethu zezwa ukuba ngakhile udonga, ukuba asekho isikhala kulo, kepha ngomso leso sikhathi ngangingakamisi izikapa emasangweni. OSanballat naye uGeshem bathumela kimi bethi ake sihlangane emzaneni othile osemfundeni yase-Ono. Bona babecabanga ukungihlupha. Ngathumela kubona isigijimi ngathi ngisebenza umsebenzi omkhulu, anginawehla. Uzoyekwelana umsebenzi ngiwushiye ngehle ngiye kini na? Kepha bathumela kimi kane njengalokho ngabaphendula kanjalo. Khona uSanballat ngokwesihlanu wathumela inceku yakhe kimi kanjalo iphethe incwadi evuliwe esandleni sayo, okwakulotshwe kuyo ukuthi kuzwakala ezizweni nayo uGeshem uyakusho ukuthi wena nabaJuda nicabanga ukuhlubuka, ngakho lokhu niyakha udonga ukuze ube inkosi yabo njengalamazwi. Futhi umisile abaprofeti bashumayele ngawe eJerusalem, bathi kukhona inkosi eJudiya. Koze kubikwe enkosini njengalamazwi. Woza nakho masiqondisane. Ngathumela kuye ngathi akwenziwa lutho olunjengalokho, kepha wena uyaqamba nje enhlizweni yakho. Ngoba bonke besethusa bethi zoze ziphele amandla izandla zabo ukuba kungasetshenzwa. Ngakho wena uNkulunkulu wami qinisa izandla zami zibe nawo amandla. Thule bandele lingcwele. Amen. Lamazwi engwabeka namhlanje ayingiye kusahluko 7 qhubekele phambili. No. Sahluko 6 verse 15. Udonga lwaphela ngosuku lwama-25 lwenyanga uElula ezinsukwini ezama-52. Kwathi lapho zonke izitha zethu zezwa lokhu, nabezizwe ababekhona bebona lezo zinto bazidelela ngokuba babona ukuba ukwenza kukaNkulunkulu wethu lokhu. Thule bandle lingcwele. So the war was completed on the 25th of Elul in 52 days. When all our enemies heard about this, all the surrounding nations were afraid and lost their self-confidence because they realized that this work had been done with the help of our God. Hallelujah. Amen. Umabaka itempeli, umabaka indonga zeJerusalem. Uma uyifunda sahluko 4, sahluko 5, basho kancane ngemsebenzi, and all the men moved into the old city, bakha ngendawo ehlukene and bonke abanikeza ama-section wena uzowakha la usuka la uyofika emaweleni wena usuka emaweleni uyofika kwa-V wena usuke kwa-V because kwakumuzi omkhulu so they all divided themselves up ukuba bakhe kanjani and each time kubonakala udonga liyanyuka. There were a lot of remarks coming from the surrounding nations who died. But at some point they were saying, because the nations were getting threatened to when they got about Israel, why are they rebuilding what we thought was destroyed? But when they start building this, because they knew about the city, Jerusalem, it is not just a city, but this is where the core of the promise, this is where the core of who care talk about Israel, this is where it sits. And about Israel, they were aware of ithembi uNkulunkulu ayebekile kule ndawo uNkulunkulu ayebabeke kuyona. Because at that time uNkulunkulu focused and worked on the physical space. Uma nisendaweni ethile, le ndawo ikhethwe yimina, ingweliswe yimina, then you will always be close to me. Ney'busiso zonke zabo were based in this place. And so it became a threat. But when they finished building the wall, to the various leading gates, the 12 gates, ufike isigijini incwadi kuma-Sbonamanlda ithi ake uze sihlangane emzaneni othile esixoxisana. Uthi uNehemiya ireply yakhe ithi ngiphezu komsebenzi omkhulu kakhulu. I'm carrying on a great project and I cannot go down. Why should the work stop while I leave it and go down to you? Ngiphezu komsebenzi omkhulu angikwazi ukuba ngawuyeka. Uzawuyekela nomsebenzi ukuba ngehle ngize kuwe. And he says he repeated this 4 times. And 4 times Nehemiah refused and said, ngisebhizi ngiphezu komsebenzi omkhulu. Angikwazi ukwehla ukuba ngize kuwe. But he says, I understood ukuthi the intention was not some gathering or some meeting abayifunayo, but their intention was to harm us. I understood, but their intention was to harm us. And so we continued steadfastly. Amen. The last threat was more of an intimidation. Uthi nizwile ukuthi nisile nina naba-Israel nifuna umbuso wenu ingakho nakha lodonga. Wena usuyimisile uba ube inkosi, ukhona nabaprofethi bakho asebeprofethe ngawo ukuthi uzoba inkosi wena. Now leli izwi lizodlula lizofika enkosini. And he's threatening, he says, now you know what will happen to you. When Nehemiah writes back very confidently, he says, there is no such thing. Ayikho into enjengaleyo oyishoyo. Uyikamba nje wena enhlizweni yakho. Uthi kodwa ngangazi ukuthi bakusho lokhu ukuze siphelelwe ngamandla siye kumsebenzi. Uthi ngalo ngakhuleka ngathi Nkosi qinisa izandla zethu. Strengthen our hands so that we may finish the work. And when they saw the work being complete, they were afraid, the people were afraid, and they lost their confidence because they realized Unkulunkulu was helping us in the work that we were doing. And my message one day is that as you pursue umsebenzi wonke wakho, each one of us has a dream. Each one of us is out at work. But I believe ukuthi beyond the work owenzayo wakho ukuthi unefiso ezithile nezithile empilweni yakho. There is a greater work. Whatever you choose to do, it is part of a bigger plan. uNkulunkulu, I know the plans I have for you. Ngiyayazi imicabango enginayo ngawe. So every single plan that you are putting together when njengamanje, it is part of a greater plan uNkulunkulu anayo ngempilo yakho. But this message is kumbuza ukuthi in every great work, in every great project, there will be those who aim to sidetrack you. Ukhona Sbonamanlda no Tobias. Abazoqhamuka endleleni yakho and say, ake uze ngala ke sixoxe. You know, namhlanje oSbonamanlda, they don't come out obviously to destroy you. The invitation kaSbonamanlda, because already there was history ngaphambi, it was not a cordial invite. Kwangena invite emnandi ukuthi ake uze udle kanye nathi. Although it comes across as such, but because ngaphambi they already had conflict noNehemiah. So he understood with this person akangimemi nje emcimbini, but he actually aims to harm me. But now I am busy on a great project.
Amen.
Ngibusy ngomsebenzi omkhulu engeke ngakwazi ukuyeka ukuba ngehlele kuwena.
Amen.
How many people are able to say no when you receive an invitation? How many people are able to say no? Namhlanje we talk about our resolutions, Andrew. But we fail to achieve achieve because we get easily sidetracked. We get easily sidetracked. Nkhulume earlier on about a man who's got a beautiful wife. And I'm not talking about anyone specific, but nkhuluma about an example which is a common phenomenon in our time. But that man could very well be a woman who got a beautiful husband, a great man. But that could also be a symbol of things. You might be a person on but at some point, each one of us has the potential to get sidetracked. And all you need to do is focus on building. You get an invitation. An invitation can come in the form of a true invitation. You realize, you know, it is something that aims to harm me. We want to know this is harmful. When you got to the invitation, it's not so much an invitation, but it is something that's out there. So this man with a beautiful wife suddenly finds himself surrounded by beautiful women. And you realize, and you look at this focus on other things in my life. Now these are the dreams we all have, which once you've achieved all these things, you can start building your life together with your family. But at some point in your late 30s or early 40s or whatever, you get sidetracked. And you forgot as a young person, you put yourself up and you said to God, you know what, I'm ready for greater things in Pilunya. And God says, I'll take you on. And God makes promises over your life. And God puts a seal onto your head. And He says, I'm taking you on, I'm putting you on a great path. And you push. Now, as I said, when you choose Christ, you deserve a storm. And so when you push, you realize, you know what, but you push on. But at some point you realize that you haven't dealt with. And the invitation comes. And you get sidetracked. It's easy to be sidetracked. It's easy to be sidetracked. With all hopes. But very soon, a lot of people will be sidetracked. Simple as goals like losing weight because you know, Uti, you are overweight. Yeah. You know your true weight. And you know your ideal weight. But at some point you lose track. And you say, I get bad. And and now and again you start, I need it. But when you get sidetracked on those things, a few months later you realize certain parts of your body starts bulging and you realize, oops, lack of focus. Spiritually, we get sidetracked. You focus on the things You focus on the things uNkulunkulu akuthembise zona ukuthi uzozenza, and He has made a lot of promises in Prince. But at some point, kukhona le invitation engifike. Kukhona le invitation engifike uPostman akafike. Incwadi eyodwa. Incwadi eyodwa afika ifake ku-postbox yakho. You've got mail. And you open this mail, it's an invitation. And the question is, do you respond to the invitation? Do you entertain the invitation? Abantu abaningi, you know, we've got financial goals. We've got financial goals. Wonke umuntu ufuna ukuphila a debt-free life. Ufuna uphuma epolitiki. Ufuna uba ngibe sendaweni yokuthi ngithenge into uma ngiyifuna cash. And I believe it is achievable. You can buy a car cash if you want to. It's not achievable. But kukhona abantu abasahluleka ukuthenga impahla cash. Angikhulumi ngemoto cash. Impahla cash. Kukhona abantu abahluleka ukuthenga ifurniture cash. And it's not a reflection on them, but it's a reflection of how they have failed to remain focused. At some point, there was a postman. He rode a red bike. Was pointing just one letter in the postbox. There was an invitation. You can get a loan, and you don't have to pay any deposit. You don't have to pay now. You can pay 2 months later. And I thought, you know, and you ran for that. You lost focus. Some people started investing, and as your investment was building up, something came up, and you thought that was more important than your investment. We've all gone through that. You know, when the government bonds came up, I invested so much money. But I had decided to go and catch up on my government bonds. And I thought, I'll go back and reinvest. I've never gone back. But I sit and think, I want the man to be a government bond. Losing focus. When you stop working, because you've responded to the invitation. Let me tell you this, namhlanje, the work stops. Whatever God was doing in your life, it stops. When you respond to an invitation, when you respond to an invitation to some summit, to some gathering, whatever work God was doing in your life, it stops. And God waits for you. You will come back and will continue with the work. But the problem, as I preach, technology, there is constantly upgrade. The problem is when you eventually decide to come back. You get there and you realize the requirements are so high. And you feel like when you are so left behind. Not because but when you come back to the work, and you start up afresh and say, and it's true. You can come back and plug in and continue. But the problem with Inkolo, the problem with faith, is that it is so dynamic. Similar to all other things and people where there are models. The problem with Inkolo is so dynamic that so many years ago, yes, there is a chance. But faith is so dynamic. The requirements are so stringent. The expectations are so high. And not that you can't make it, but you need to be true to yourself and say, namhlanje ngikwenza ngempela. Because for you to remain, for you ukuthi unamathele la uNkulunkulu efuna unamathele khona, you need to give 110% more than what you've given before. So what am I saying? I'm saying, I think it's a simple solution. A simple solution is God has made promises that are far bigger than any other promise appeared. Life has got promises. The world has got promises. We are out in the world because umhlaba unezithembiso. But God has made far bigger promises for uphila wethu. Such promises that will make uphila wethu emhlabeni more enjoyable than if we had responded to the promises of this world. Are we willing to decline the invitation and say, I am busy with the greater project. I cannot go down. And let me tell you something, when you eventually focus and amanda akho uwafaka lifakayo, then it's going to come back again. The invitation comes back so many times. But Usanpalat, there were 4 different letters but with the same message. Namhlanje, the invitation comes from all directions. From all directions. There's an invitation. Again, see it coming now. There's an invitation. But you need to be able, that spirit of this, the spirit of discernment, to be able to discern into that is meant to harm you. An invitation is a conversation. Can I invite you into this conversation? These are minor things. The invitation are these minor things. Did you see Uguti Bunja? Understand these things. They aim to harm you. They aim to harm your spirit. They aim to take away your innocence. Focus. Focus on building the wall. Focus on building the pride, building the confidence. And very soon, those who are inviting you will lose their confidence. And they will realize what you know. No one to. And he says, Babechi, she's really good to follow by goals and all of that. And this is directed towards women. You know, there are times where we hear these stories, and I'm saying this as part of saying, be transformed. My kuku is you My kuku is you You hear these things, you find somebody who might focus and says, a project is propelling me towards this great thing. And suddenly you hear things, transform your mind. But it is the response that we give to these things that sometimes derails us. Because if you don't recognize these things for what they are, and you say, hey, I'm a call, if you don't recognize these things for what they are, you will lose sight of what God is leading you towards. But if you say, Jomo, Nehemiah, Epalinwati, 18, Abuko no God wa objenga logo shoyo. Uyakamba nje kuphela enhlizweni yakho. Ngoba ufuna ngiphela amandla ezandleni. Uthi mayiqeda uphendula uNkulunkulu uthi Nkosi qinisa izandla zakho. A lot of people have fallen with great ambitions. And somebody comes up, akube emoyeni wakho. Because I've had stories. I've had stories, but I don't judge the people who say those things. I judge those who respond to those things. I do not judge those who bring up the invitation. I judge those who respond to the invitation. Wazi kangaka ngoNkulunkulu. Wazi kangaka ngezinto zakhe. How could you succumb to such things and say, oh, sekuthiwa ngifuna ukuba inkosi, angivele ngiye kuthiwa ngimisene abaprofethi bami angivele ngiyeke angiyeke yonke le nto ke nje ayi ubusuke uyeke umsebenzi uphele kanjani. But God had called you to it. Amen. God had called you. Nalo othi ufuna ukuba inkosi akazi uqhubeka wenzele umsebenzi. Uyotesuka athi awubheke useyekile umsebenzi uzokwenza obani akengibheke bebethi benzayo. But when you say, you know what, ayikho nayodwa lento ishoyo eyiqiniso usuka nje ngaphakathi kwena. But it's okay. I will continue with the word. Strengthening my hands. Okuyibona kumele sikholekele kulo nyaka. And ukusho lokhu because we sometimes think kwenzeka emabandleni. This is a human experience. Emsebenzini these things happen. Emsebenzini they say ucabanga ukuthi wena usufuna ukuba isikhulu, usufuna ukuba imanager. And people will just do things because where you come to by school. And if you don't have the strength and the tenacity to withstand those things, you will be sidetracked and lose focus. And by losing your focus and giving into those things, you give up your allocation evermore. And you walk away and you realize, which man, a little bit longer. But we've all had times, we've all had moments. I've had moments where you really want to give up on a big dream. We've all had times where you feel, okay, it's no longer as appealing and exciting as I thought it was when I started. There's just too much opposition. And some of the things are really hurtful. Some of the things are deeply hurtful. Other things are exciting. Somebody creates another excitement here. And you think, wow, there's an excitement. Nokuthi bahlolile bonke abantu bangabapostoli wabathola bengabaqambi manga. And sometimes there are these things that attract us and you think there's a great movement and there's something happening and you run, whether it's spiritual, whether it's work, and you run, and then when you get there you realize it's not what it was made out to be. Do we have the guts to come back and say, Lord, welcome 70, and I want to continue. And I'm inviting everybody who's got ambition. I'm inviting everybody who's got ambition, who's got the urge. There is work to be done. There is work to be done. We are moving forward, but there's work to be done. But do we have the right mindset? The right valve, the control apparatus of being able to say no and being able to turn back certain things and say it's okay, I'm on a great project. I went to Chicago in August last year on a work trip, on a church trip, and I saw something that I had in my mind for a while in saying, the faith itself is dynamic. When everybody is thinking of building a church, somebody is building an estate for God. And this church is saying, it's not enough just to build a church building for God. But if we can build estates, if we can build our estates for our needs, for the various kingdoms, can we build an estate for God's kingdom?